What's up, tribe? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you're gonna like this video. This is gonna be your review of Love Is Season 1, Episode 6. It is late, but it is here. Excuse me. We started the episode off. We know Yasir and Nori. They finally, did the do. And they in bed, and they got that, new relationship thing going on where they just want to be together, be in the bed, be bunned up, be booed up, and all that good stuff. And finally, Nori has to get ready to go to work. Now, I got a couple of problems with this scene. One, she just rolls out of bed. She ain't took no shower. She ain't put no soap to her ass. She ain't brushed no teeth. And he convinces her to wear her lingerie to work. He was like, yeah, because, I want the other men to smell my scent on you. That's nasty. That's just nasty. And a little controlling. That scene, you see, it kind of bothered me a little bit this episode. He came off very controlling and very sarcastic, and it was just a little bit much. I saw this episode. But she does it. She don't have no bra on. She wearing like a long negligee with like a little t-shirt underneath. And that was sort of the style, the little baby doll dresses back then with the t-shirts underneath and stuff. So it wasn't too far out of the realm of a possibility, but it was obvious to some people. Like, her boss calls her out, talking about something. Why you here in your pajamas? Like, I know you be sleeping on the job, but what's up with that? The guys at work are noticing she don't have a bra on. The headlights is beaming, and she turning heads, but she turning heads for the wrong reason. And of course, you say it's like, yeah, they think you sexy. They think you sexy, but that's because you walking around in lingerie. Anyway, that whole episode was a bit much for me. But before she goes to work, while they're in bed, he asks her for her body count. Now, see, that's always a dangerous question. And she did a good job of avoiding answering it, but she finally did answer it, and they kind of laughed it off, but I feel like that's going to come back later because he was too insistent on needing to know. And I don't know. I feel like that's going to come back. So they get to work. She ends up running down to the wardrobe room and getting a jacket, a trench coat to put over, because Angela's letting her know, look, you giving us a little too much of your information. So they meet with the boss. Um, the pilot that they had worked on that Saturday, the network is going to test it. They want to put a pilot together and test it. But the problem is he wants Nori to actually write the script. However, Angela has it in her contract that she gets a certain number of scripts that she can write. So it's actually Angela's turn to write a script. And he said, look, I'm going to let the two of y'all work that out. Even though I really want Nori to write this script, I'm obligated to give it to Angela. So Nori is like, oh, we good. That's my girl. We gonna knock it out. We're going to do this script together. And Angela is like, nah. Like, we cool and we girls, but I got a career I'm trying to build too. And we're not writing partners. Like, I'm not going to work with you. I'm going to write this myself. And Nori gets in her feelings about it, which I can understand. I see both sides of that. Business is business and friends are friends. And so she's kind of in her feelings about it or whatever. And so when you see her picks her up from work, because yes, he's driving her car and picking her up from work, she got an attitude. She in her little mood. And he was like, yeah, I see, I'm going to have to give you a minute to get yourself together. But she tells him what's going on and how, she's just really upset, and because she just feel like she's struggling for this little piece of the action. And he was like, well, maybe it's not your time. Maybe you're not ready. If Angela doesn't want to work with you, maybe it's just not your time. And that's a hard thing to hear, but maybe that's what it was. So he says, look, let's go to the movies, or I can cheer you up. So they going on a movie. She was like, I like that. So they going on a little date. Then we see Keith. Now remember, Keith have revealed that he's gay, but he's living in the closet. Like, he is not out. So we see him at the bar, and he's kind of having a little drink or whatever. And this guy comes up to the bar, and he starts flirting with him, but in an incognito kind of way. And he's like, you can tell a lot about somebody from their drink. And Keith is like, yeah, whatever. But they start talking, and they're actually having a good conversation, and they're actually kind of vibing a little bit without coming right out and saying it. They sort of vibing, and but then here comes Angela, and as soon as Angela rolls up, old boy gets up and walks off. He was like, I'll have my drink at my table. He said, but he says where he works. He lets Keith know, basically he lets Keith know how he can find him. But he rolls out and lets Keith and Angela talk, and they get to talking, and they kind of vibing a little bit, realizing that they sort of have a lot in common, as far as being blacks in the TV industry, writers. And Keith was like, I'm the only black executive. They put me over top of the black shows, but really I don't have no power to do nothing. And Angela's like, I really want to do more than what I'm doing. Like I like my paycheck, but I'm tired of the whole sitcom shtick. I really want to do some serious drama, whatever. So they sort of vibing a little bit. And he was like, "What you doing on this side of town?" Because when he was having a conversation with the guy, it came up that he comes to this bar all the time. And the guy was like, "You here to fit in. You ain't really here to drink. You here to be in the right place to be seen." And so he hadn't seen Angela there before. She was like, "Oh, well, I don't really come to this side of town, but I'm here to enjoy, it's a silent film festival I came to see." So they end up going to the film festival together. So does Nori and Yasir. So they see each other. Nori is being annoying in the movie because it's a silent movie, but she reading out loud. Like, she's annoying. She's in a bad mood, you know what I mean? And she's just being annoying. And then once she sees Keith and Angela there, now she really in her feelings because she like, first of all, you don't want to work with me and write this script, and I don't understand why. Now you here with my ex-boyfriend, like, what's that about? Because, of course, then you start thinking, well, when did they hook up? How long have they been messing with each other? Are they messing with each other? And then there's that whole thing about Keith being gay, and it's like, should I tell her or not? Like, what's up? And so, Nori's got her little attitude, when the movie's over. The guys, I appreciate the fact that the guys didn't get into, like, a dick match. You know what I'm saying? They were actually having a decent conversation. Just Yasir was not threatened by Keith or whatever. I mean, his thing was, I got the girl. Like, it is what it is. And Keith, because he really ain't really tripping, like, he thought Nori would be a good beard for him. He wasn't really tripping off of the relationship piece of it. He was actually kind of cool about the whole thing. So the girls end up going to the bathroom. You know how we do. We go to the bathroom together. And Nori's got an attitude. Like, she's being a real bitch to Angela. And Angela's like, look, are we good or what? And Nori is like, what you mean? Good. What you mean? Like, yeah, we good. All right, we good. But they're really not. They're really not good. And Nori even says that. She was like, because she was like, oh, Yasir is nice. Angela said, oh, Yasir is nice. And Nori was like, oh, well, I guess I better hide him from you too. So she's making them little jabs and little smart comments, those little jabs. There was a funny scene with her boss, Kadeem Hardison, when the two of them, he basically makes the two of them figure out who gonna write this script. And when he automatically assumed that the two of them will work together just like Nori did. But when Angela told him, no, it's just the two of us, he was like, y'all good? And Nori was like, we're fine. He was like, you told me that when a woman says she fine, she not really fine. So what's up? And he was like, no. I said, we're good. No, really, we're good. She said, when a woman asks, really, we're good, that means it's okay. He was like, just when I think I figure you women out, y'all be adding addendums and stuff. It's funny. Because Kadeem Hardison is clueless. His character is just clueless when it comes to relationships and women and stuff. He's just very literal, right? But anyway, so we see Yasir and Nori, they go back home. Nori got an attitude. She's being a brat, and Yasir is just kind of like, what's really going on? And then she confides in Yasir about Keith. She was like, I don't know if I should tell, I don't know if I should tell her or not, or just let her figure it out for herself or whatever. And Yasir's like, well, if that's your friend, you know, don't let your friend be out here looking crazy. And then we see sort of a montage of Nori every day doing the same thing, getting her cup of tea, but she's got on a different outfit. So that, I guess that's letting time is passing by. So it's been about a week, I guess, a week and a half. Nori still got an attitude. She's still in her feelings about this whole script thing. So then we see Angela actually pitching the script, and she bombs because Angela is really trying to bring some substance to this comedy show, and the characters is dealing with cancer and all that, and so the star of the show is like, what the hell is this? Like, no, like, this isn't right. This is too serious. This isn't what I want. He was like, and at that point, I think Nori sees the situation like, look, I'm mad at Angela, but she the only other black woman in this room, and I'm not gonna let her fail. So she starts trying to save her, throwing some things out there, trying to save the pitch, and you see what they make up. They talk about it, and Nori says, "Look, I was hurt, and I didn't understand." She said, "But I'm not gonna let you drown. Like, I'm not gonna do that. We still sisters, and I still got your back." And Angela's just explaining, like, she said, "Look, you can have it. If you want this script, you can have this script." She was like, "I'm done. I just can't do this anymore." And Nori was like, "Are you serious? Like, stop playing." I'm sorry, my back itches. She was like, "Stop playing with me." And she was like, "No, I'm serious." She was like, "It's yours. You can have the script. I'm gonna give up, my script piece of my contract. You can have it." She was like, I just can't do this anymore." So, excuse me, I don't know if Angela's getting ready to quit. Well, I mean, I'm sure she's building up to doing that, but I don't know if she's going to quit like this, like now. But she lets Nori know, and Nori is hungry. Nori is like, "Look, if this is what I gotta do, then this is what I gotta do," and that's pretty much. Let me make sure I got it all out. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's pretty much where we are with it. And that's pretty much this episode. So, like I said, it wasn't as much relationship Nori Yasir relationship of it as it has been in the past. It was more or less the situation with Nori at work and that situation. But it was the first time that Yasir saw the bratty that side of Nori, sort of like the bratty side of Nori, and so we saw how he had to deal with that. But it was good. You know what I mean? It was good. It was a good episode. Not a whole lot. This is a short review. But we'll see what happens this week. I think this week the parents get involved and we start meeting some families. So we're going to see how that go down. I hope y'all are watching it. It's a good show. I see some people not really feeling it. They're not really warming up to it. I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. It's smooth and slow, but I like it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments.